Well, that takes us to the next church. It says in chapter 3, and look at Revelation 3. This is a church in Sardis. And the first 6 verses, to the angel of the church in Sardis write, these things says he, who has the 7 spirits of God. There we go, chapter 1, verse 4. Remember, every book, every letter has a reference back to chapter 1. And the 7 stars, that's verse 20 of chapter 1. I know your works. You have a name that you are alive. But look at verse 1. But you are dead. What was Sardis? The walking dead. Jesus originally found Sardis and Ephesus and Pergamos and Thyatira and Laodicea dead in the ditch. They all were dead in their trespasses and sin, as Ephesians 2 says. All of us were. I was born spiritually unresponsive to God. When I was born again, I got a new heart. I came to life. I was able to respond to God. I can understand His Word. Acts 26 and verse 18 tells us that when we get saved, we come alive. The church in Sardis was dead. Acts 26 says this is what salvation is in verse 18. When we get saved, we go from death to life, our eyes open. We're turned from darkness to light. We no longer love the darkness, we want the light. From the power of Satan unto God, we receive forgiveness of sins, and we get an inheritance. But the people in Sardis went back after they became infected as believers. They began to act like they were unsaved. That's what dead means. They were not responsive. They didn't have the vital signs. You know, when the paramedics come, they check the vitals. They check, to see if your heart's beating. They check your respiration. They check your blood pressure. When Jesus came, they looked alive. Jesus even comments that they had a reputation in Sardis for being alive. But when he examined them, he found there was no pulse. The church of Sardis was full of the walking dead. They walked like, talked like, and acted like the dead unbelievers around him. And Jesus said, that's because of an infection of sin, and I'm not going to tolerate that.